Hi guys, and welcome back to the van. We've got a fairly bitty list of tasks this video. I've got my list so I don't forget them. So we're going to start off, I think, with installing a spare wheel underneath because the van didn't come with one. We're going to take off the ply inside, work out how we need to reshape that to make it fit, and also see what's sitting behind it. Ideally, put some varnish or wood stain on one of the pieces of ply. I have agreed to put a little bit of sound deadening in, so we've just got a few sheets of that, so once the ply is off we'll see about putting some of that in. Assess what the paint's like.
Why are you checking the paint?
Well, we're checking the paint because we're hopefully going to leave some of the paint exposed, some of the metalwork. So obviously bits like this are nicely finished with the final paint coat and the lacquer, etc. But there are other bits obviously that wouldn't normally be exposed in a van that are either flat and need lacquering or are not even the finished copper bronze colour. So just assess what we're going to do. Appreciate that we may end up covering that depending on how it goes thermally. I think without further ado we are going to crack on with this spare wheel job while it's dry.
So we've got this already stuck to the van, which is where one end of it goes. There's a pin that goes through there and then it screws into there, so it's all ready for it.
First off, we cut off the screw ends that have come through the floor from the ply so they don't puncture the tyre. Then apply some wax oil.
They don't rust.
Always helpful. Then it's time to start fitting.
So we've got the I don't know what it's called, arm thing that it sits on.
Bracket.
The bracket. Brand new from VW because it was cheaper than the second-hand one. And then we've got a bolt to hold it up. I think that's that one. We've got a locking bolt for that one so no one steals our spare wheel. We've got a pin to go in there, and we've got some spacers that go through the bolts. We'll look at them when we get to that stage. Goes through those holes, and there's two height settings depending on the size of the spare wheel. We're going to try the shortest size. So, okay, that's through. So that eventually you need to do something to stop that pin coming out. And I think Volkswagen's solution was a bit of foam or something, but we might try and bend it or something. So that's that. So we'll just leave that in place for a second, because then I'm not going to attach that just yet, just in case we need to be on the other hole. So then we're going to see how clean they are, just to make sure they're clean enough, no real resistance, so going in pretty easily, which is good. Just run it in and out. In fact, I could get the machine to do it for me. Yeah, that one's nice. Yeah, they run nicely.
That's a good start then.
So then we've got two spacer thingies, which you buy different lengths depending on the size of the spare wheel you've got. And then you've got two sort of plasticky things. Now it's not overly clear what these do, but I don't know if they like go sort of over and just hold them in place. So whether they just fit on like that, I don't really know. You know, whether it's just a sort of to hold you, so that when you take it off you don't lose your spacers. Like that.
Looks plausible.
And then that one is fixed because that's how that fits on, like that.
And then one of those is
So that's going to be the locking one. So when it's on, you screw that in and it can't come out. So to take it off, you take that one out and you loosen that one, and then you slide it over and it comes down. I think it makes it easier to put it on. So
yeah.
Next up we need to put the wheel on. So it shows it facing up that is what we're seeing there is the back of the wheel.
Yeah.
So the face of the wheel goes up the way,
against the van.
I believe. I don't know if it makes any difference, but I just wanted to check. Whatever you call it, the thing in this toolkit that you undo the bolts with, you stick it in there and it gives you extra leverage to do it. But we're maybe going to try doing it without that, because I just can't be bothered to get it out. It's going to be heavy, because it is heavy. And that happens. So we're struggling with.
Is it the height?
It's hard to see. Can you just put the camera down and get the jack? Right, pump. Okay, wait. Pump. Okay, wait. Okay, so we're now, I think, squashing. I think we're now pushed on, so we might actually need the larger ones, which would be a bit annoying. So that is approximately on.
So that's the
lower pins.
Yeah. That went up a lot easier, didn't it?
Yeah. Let's just try and get the second security box. You see, it's got security.
Yeah.
Just
no one nicks.
So just get that into that now. In theory, can't fall on me. I'll just go. So that'll be all right. So we need to shape that one. So I think I'm just going to try and put a bend in it. No way that's coming out. The only question is whether we do put a bit of foam in there just to stop it
wiggling around.
Back in. Yeah. So we'll just go to the foam cupboard. I don't know where this came from. Right. Will that fit in there? Possibly a bit big. Its only job is just to stop it rattling around, which it's doing. So we'll just always keep that on bits of that. It was like probably a bit of packing material or something. But, we'll stick that through there, then it looks factory. Well, it is like the factory thing is a bit of foam.
Yeah.
It says it on the parts catalogue, but it was like 34 quid. Last time I bought a bit of foam for 34 quid.
Not when you got the foam
Not when I got the foam stuff. So that is that end finished. I'm going to just take these bolts out and put a bit of grease on them. We don't, because they're not, hopefully, not going to come out very regularly. So there's a risk of them seizing up. That's the word. Do the locking one by hand because they're a bit more fragile.
So it looks a bit. I suppose we're up on the ground.
Yeah, you always do see them a bit, which is always annoying.
It is, but it's function over form, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you need it, it's better to have it.
And that's why we went for the 215 width tyre to try to hide it, 20 centimetres narrower. So tighten those up. There we are. Job done.
Just one final thing for the locking one.
It's got a plastic. It's got a metal cap that goes over there, just like that, just to protect it. I think. Stop. Like.
And then did it say something about that plastic thing? You put the plastic thing.
I think to get it off. I think.
That's what that does.
Well, we'll see, won't we? You put that on there, and then, oh yeah, look.
Oh, beautiful.
Just like magic.
So job really is done now.
Job is
know what those bits and pieces are.
Yeah.
With that job done, and more easily than we thought, it's time to turn our attention inside the van. So we have got the ply off, and unfortunately on these top panels the previous owner has stuck this very nice wood, but this wood which is basically ruining the opportunity to put a cubby in there, which was what I was hoping to do. There's no screws, it's basically, it seems to be what, bonded?
I think it's
glued on to the metal, so I think if we try to pull it off we're going to do more harm than just leaving it there and accepting there is no cubby there. And this is the sort of paint work that we're sort of talking about. You can see where there's bits where it's not the final copper bronze and where it's not lacquered, and there's a few scratches here and there. We're just going to take stock of that across the various panels. So the product we've got, obviously everyone talks about Dodomat. That was going to be a reason for not using it, but actually these were quite cheap, 28 quid for 20 sheets, self-adhesive, and you just bang them on. You're going to do a bang test. It's a lot less reverberating, isn't it? Okay, that's
it's definitely a lot.
I mean, I don't think it necessarily needed it by the time you've got fabrics in the van, but for 27 quid, fettling the ply after we've had a swig of tea. Yeah, so today are we just going to put 2 on there? Because that's the only bits of ply we've got off. So, as always, these things take a lot longer than we anticipated. So we haven't done anywhere near that long list that I reeled off at the start of the video, but we have done the most difficult, in our opinion, bit, which is to shape these bits of ply. So we've got 2 really nicely, if I do say so myself, pieces of ply to go on these top panels here to the rear of the van. You'll have noticed that this one is a half panel because when we had a look we thought actually it would work as a half panel here. So I think we're making some decent progress, albeit haven't got as much done this morning as we had hoped, but I guess that is true for every van build. With the ply fettled, it's time to prepare it for varnishing. So you'll have to show me how to do this.
You assume I know.
But you did it on the sample piece, so I assume you do know. So, do you think that's alright?
It might not look good anyway. Well, it might not, mightn't it? So, you know, the worst thing is we cover it with something else. What I do is
try to get it all over your clothes.
Just dip just the end in.
Yeah.
Just
always
like that.
Best to only dip your end in.
Yeah, and then just gently, pretty much no pressure at all.
As if I were like gently stroking and chihuahua.
Obviously you want to do the edges as well.
Okay.
So just like that.
Pressure.
I've never done this before, so I don't, you know. Okay. You'll get the hang of it, you'll work out like how much you need.
So like that?
Yeah, obviously match it with a bit of reason. It doesn't need much pressure. Right. If you find yourself needing to put pressure, it's probably because you've not got enough.
Okay, but is that sort of broadly alright?
Looks pretty good, I'd say.
For this first panel, I applied the varnish using a sponge. It doesn't take long to ditch the sponge approach as it was a bit of faff, although it did make me feel like an artisan, and in later videos you'll see us using something a lot easier. staring at.
That's just looking, I think it looks quite good.
What colour are you painting the inside of your van with no windows? Ops. Then with more sanding and painting, I did 3 coats in total. The panel is finished. So we're going to leave it there for today. As always, if you've liked this video, please do give us a big thumbs up. It does help the channel out massively. If you're not already subscribed, please do think about doing so. If you've got any comments, preferably nice ones, but I guess any comment is good for the algorithm, do leave them below. And otherwise, we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.